Magazine. Hello, hello. How are you feeling this morning? It's Monday morning and it's our Monday morning motivator at Psychology's Magazine. Every Monday, we ask a question around to motivate you to focus yourself differently for the week ahead. And today, we're going to ask the question, what sparks joy in you? And how can you plan in 3 joy-filled activities this week? So Psychologies is all about consciously creating your life. So, the whole magazine is full of brilliant articles, ideas, concepts, experts, tips, strategies, all about finding ways to consciously focus your attention on things that fill you up rather than drain you. And I want us to explore the concept of joy today, the idea of what actually gives yourself joy. I know we've done a lot, and there's all over the media about Marie Kondo, who wrote the book about decluttering, but she kind of coined the phrase spark joy, which I love. I love that idea, spark joy. So it's a very odd thing to explore joy. So what is joy? What is it? So, we talk about it all the time, which is heart leap. What makes your heart leap? What makes you go, wow, this is fantastic? Why is it different from pleasure? Why is it different from happiness? I describe joy as that it's like a spark, it's like a leap, it's like it makes you feel, wow, really, inspired. It feels like it fills you up, and it feels like it's a when Marie Kondo talks about spark, it feels like a spark. It's like, whoa, it feels like there's quite fast energy to it rather than a kind of contentment, which feels more slow and comforting. So for you, think about the last time you had a spark of joy in your life, and what was it? So often we kind of go, I can't think of a time when I had a feeling of joy. So just kind of go back over the last year. I know it's been a really difficult year, but one of the things that made you feel woo, fantastic, and it could be I had a paddleboarding experience recently, and that just made me feel, one, it was really, really wobbly, and getting straight and learning how to do that was brilliant. Just every morning I'm getting up quite early to walk my dog, and I'm seeing the sunrise. And for me, just seeing that over the trees, especially when it's frosty, there's just a feeling of absolute joy and connection with nature. That's another thing for me. What is it for you? What is that made you feel, when you put your attention on it, what is the thing that makes you feel, that lights you up? And how can you plan more of those activities in this week? So I know that many of us go on holiday and we think, oh my God, this is great because we're having new activities. I know that when I'm doing something new and having an adventure and I've looked forward to it, that can really kind of line me up to have that spark of joy. For me, novelty, it works. Not always. Nature works for me. So when I'm seeing a sunset or a sunrise, or when I start kind of listening to the birds or tuning into nature, that can, listening to the dawn chorus, watching the heron come down onto my canal boat, which I live on part-time, those things really spark joy. So there may be some themes for you. I'm not saying my way is your way, but what is it for you? And then how can you plan those in? So for me, my daily walk with the dog very early in the morning, whereas before I used to go sort of 8 o'clock, now I'm sort of going 6:30, 7, and which allows me, it's in the dark, and then you go, and then I come across this field and the sun's starting to rise. It's amazing. And that just allows me to kind of stand in awe of what is happening in the world, that, it's a new day, it's a reset for me every day, which is wonderful. So what could do that for you? So this is not about having, I know we talked about it in the magazine before, of just having another list of things to do. So this is not a list of things to do, a wellness list, or yes, I should, God, spark joy. Think about the things that actually this will add to your life rather than drain to your life. So what are the things for you? So this is what I want, my invitation to the audience of our wonderful magazine Psychologies, is to really consciously think about the things that have sparked joy in the past, see if there are any themes, be it nature for me or novelty for me, what is it for you? And then how can you consciously plan those into your week? I mean, for me, paddleboarding really isn't sort of something I could probably do, once a week, but it's being by the water. Learning something new sparks a lot of joy. So how can I learn something physical is something really great. So for you, what does that look like? Is it about learning something new? Is it about seeing something new? Is it about listening? Is it about smelling? Is it about senses? Often what I see in psychology's readers or hear is it's about being embodied rather than being up in your head. We've just got a new book called The Listening Path Through from Julia Cameron. And everyone who has followed psychologies knows that I'm a huge fan of Julia Cameron and The Artist's Way. And she talks about the artist date. And it's very kind of, you think, oh, I'm going to go on an artist date, which is like a date with yourself, a creative date with yourself once a week. And those are the things that spark joy. But, when at the beginning, I started to think formally that, okay, I should maybe listen to some opera, maybe some show, but actually listening to cheesy pop and dancing around the living room to Wham! Sparks joy for me rather than listening. But then I also been listening to Madame Butterfly and listening to that as well, and learning something new, something that I hadn't done. And I remember going to see that recently, before COVID, and again that sparked enormous amount of joy to me because I'd listened to it before. So what is it for you? What sparks joy in your life, and how can you plan it in for this week? How can you create a creative date with yourself, an artist date as Julia Cameron calls it? What can you do that kind of fills you up from the inside out? Have a fantastic week, everyone. Lots of love, and speak to you soon. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.